Hi friends! Welcome to another social emotional learning video from Milemarks. Today, we will be learning all about stress. In this video, you will learn these three things. First, you'll learn the definition of stress. Second, you'll learn how stress can affect you. And third, we'll go over helpful ways of coping with stress. Ready? Let's get started. So, what exactly is stress? Picture this. You just got done with dinner and your mom is upset with you because you still haven't completed all of your chores. After you get them all done, you'll still need to study for the big science quiz that you have tomorrow. Your dog keeps barking at you because she wants to go outside. Your best friend has been calling you all day and is waiting for you to call her back. Your little brother keeps bugging you because you promised him that you play a video game with him after dinner. And you just remember that you have a 3-page paper that you have to write about the ancient pyramids that will be due first thing tomorrow morning. You have so much going on, and you're not sure if you'll be able to handle it all. You are feeling stressed out. Stress is something you feel when you either have a lot of things going on at once, an important decision to make, an unexpected change in your life, a big event coming up, or when something really dangerous or terrifying happens to you. Stress is something that everyone experiences. Feeling some amount of stress is normal. And get this, not all stress is bad. Sometimes a little stress can even be helpful. It can keep you motivated towards accomplishing a goal and can also make you alert so that you can avoid dangerous situations. When your level of stress gets to be too much, that's when it can turn into a problem. Stress can be caused by many things, and these stressors can be different for everyone. Some common stressors for kids and teens include problems in a relationship or friendship, grades, watching the news, bullying, moving to a new house, getting a new brother or sister, not being very popular, parents arguing, and much more. What are some things that stress you out? It's important to know your stressors so that you can come up with helpful ways of coping when they occur. So, how do you know that you are feeling stressed? Stress affects us all differently. It changes our body, mind, feelings, and behaviors. When you're stressed, you might experience body symptoms such as headaches, a pounding heartbeat, sweating, trouble breathing, feeling shaky, nauseous, having tense muscles, or feeling really low energy. If these changes go on for too long, they can start to harm your body and make you feel sick. Stress can make you become more forgetful and disorganized, and it can make it harder for you to concentrate on the things you need to get done. You can start to have anxious, racing thoughts, and your mind will be focused only on the negatives about your situation. You might feel discouraged and may think about just giving up. Other feelings that come along with stress include sadness, anger, helplessness, or anxiety. Stress can change your mood and make you more irritable toward others. Your behavior usually changes as well when you are going through something very stressful. The amount of food you eat and the amount of sleep you get each night might go way up or way down. You might procrastinate and try to put off doing your work. You may also start avoiding your friends and family members. Some people even start doing dangerous behaviors when they get stressed out. So, what are some helpful ways of coping with stress? Here are 5 things you can do to start managing stress today. Number 1, focus on the things that you can control. Sometimes you don't have much control over the things that happen in your life. There are things that just have to happen, and you'll need to figure out the best way to deal with it. You can do this by focusing on the things you can control in each stressful situation. For example, let's say you have a huge test coming up. There's not much you can do to stop the test from happening, but you can do something to help yourself feel better prepared and less stressed out. You can study, ask the teacher questions, or find someone willing to tutor you. Worrying about the things that you can't control won't change anything, but doing something about the things you can control will. Number 2, manage your time. Sometimes you might just have a lot going on with your schedule. You might be busy with school, sports, clubs, friends, or other activities during the week. If you start feeling stressed out, see if there's a way to lighten your load by cutting out the things that make you feel overwhelmed. Try not to take on too many stressful things at once, and make sure to schedule time to be able to just kick back and relax. You also want to make time for the things, activities, and people that you enjoy. Number 3, take care of your body. Stress can be really bad for your health, so it's a good idea to practice making smart decisions for your body. Be sure to get enough sleep each night and eat healthy foods for each meal. Exercising or being active is another great way to cope with stress. It's not just good for your body, but it can also help to improve your mood. Number 4, use positive self-talk. Challenge the negative, racing thoughts in your head by using positive self-talk to encourage yourself. The next time you're feeling stressed out, tell yourself things such as, I know I can do it. I'm strong enough to deal with this situation. Or, I know how to handle this. I've been here before. Saying these things to yourself will make you feel more confident about dealing with the stressful situation. Number 5, talk to a friend or adult. It can be easy to just shut down and push people away when you are feeling stressed out. This is not helpful. Reach out to the people who care about you. They'll be willing to help you find ways to start feeling better. If the stress gets to be too much, ask your parents or guardians if you are able to speak with someone, like a counselor, that would be able to help you find healthier ways of coping with stress. There you have it. Now you know all about stress. I hope you learned a lot and you found this information helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe and like this video to let us know. Look below in the description for more stress management resources for kids and teens. Be sure to also check out our other videos and visit our website at www.milemarks.com for more helpful social-emotional content. Have a great day, friends.
Hi friends, welcome to another social emotional learning video from Mile Marks. Today we will be learning all about anger. In this video, you will learn these 3 things. 1. What is anger? 2. How does anger affect you? And 3. What are helpful ways of coping with anger? Ready? Let's get started. So what exactly is anger? Have you ever had someone make fun of you or do something that you really didn't like? And when it happened, your skin started feeling hot, your palms were sweating, you were huffing and puffing or pacing all over the room. You might have even felt like you were going to lose control, and all you could think about was making that other person pay for what they did to you. Well, friends, that feeling is called anger. Anger is a strong feeling that you get when something bad happens to you, or when someone does something wrong that you really don't like. It's normal to feel angry. Everyone gets angry sometimes. The things or situations that make us angry are known as anger triggers. Some common anger triggers for kids are someone touching your things without asking, someone making fun of you or calling you a name that you don't like, not getting your way, or getting in trouble for something you didn't do. Anger triggers are different for everyone. It's important to figure out the things that make you feel angry so that you can find helpful ways of coping when they happen. So how exactly does anger affect you? When you get angry, you can feel it in your body. Your heart beats faster, your breathing gets shorter, your muscles feel tight, you feel hot and start to sweat, or you might get butterflies in your stomach. You could also have a lot of negative thoughts going through your head when you are angry. You might think to yourself, this is so unfair. I'm not going to let them get away with it. Or, I should hit that person for what they did to me. Anger can also lead to poor behavior choices as well. It can make you react by name calling calling, using bad words, talking back, destroying property, or in some cases, trying to hurt yourself or the other person. Not being able to control your thoughts and behaviors when you get angry can get you in trouble and can hurt your relationships. Feeling angry isn't a bad thing. All feelings are okay. Anger becomes a problem when you cope with it in a way that hurts you or others. So here are 4 things you can do to start coping with your anger in a positive way. Number 1, respond instead of react. For some people, when an anger trigger occurs, they do something about it right away. This is called reacting. When you react, you usually don't think about the consequences and can end up doing or saying something hurtful. Responding means that you are taking time to figure out the best way to handle the situation, one that won't get you in trouble or hurt yourself or others. So the next time you feel yourself getting upset, stop and think it through instead of reacting to it right away. Number 2, calm your body down. Remember all those things that can happen to your body when you feel angry? It's important to find ways to get your body back to being calm. Deep breathing is something that is helpful for most people. You could also count to 10, go for a walk, listen to music, draw, or play a game. All of these things are helpful in taking your focus away from your anger and giving you time to calm down. What things do you do to calm your body? Number 3, use positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is when you say helpful things to yourself to get your feelings of anger to go away. These statements can help you make a better decision. Some things you can say to yourself are, just let it go. It's not a big deal. As long as I'm calm, I'm in control. Or, is this person really worth getting in trouble for? When you have these positive thoughts, you're more likely to make a smart decision about how to cope with your anger. Number 4, share your feelings. When you're feeling angry, it can be useful to share your feelings with the other person. When you do, they might apologize, stop their behavior, or may even do things to help you calm down. Usually, when you feel angry, you're experiencing other feelings as well. For example, if someone makes fun of you because you tripped and fell in the hallway, you might be angry, but you may also be feeling embarrassed or shy. It's helpful to share these other feelings with the person in a calm and respectful way. This gives you the best chance of having that person actually listen and care about how you feel. There are 3 rules to remember next time you are feeling angry. Number 1, don't hurt yourself. Number 2, don't hurt others. And number 3, don't destroy property. Instead, use one of the helpful coping skills you learned today. Well, that's all we have for you today, friends. I hope you learned a lot and you found this information helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. Look in the description below to find more links and resources about anger. Be sure to also check out our other videos and visit our website at milemarks.com for more helpful social emotional content. Have a great day, friends.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click here to make your very own monster on Adapted Mind, where monsters teach you math. Oh my, that monster looks incredible! Alrighty, these pets aren't going to hatch.
Agents public professionals on symptoms of the virus. A person could be at risk if they have any or all of the following: fever and symptoms of lower respiratory illness, such as coughing or difficulty breathing, after traveling to Wuhan or having close contact with someone who is ill. and is now under investigation for the virus in the past 2 weeks. Fever or symptoms of lower respiratory illness after having close contact in the past 2 weeks with someone who's been confirmed to have the virus. The CDC defined close contact as being within about 6 feet, 1.8 meters, or within the room or care area of a person with the coronavirus for a prolonged period without appropriate protective clothing, or having direct contact with the infectious secretions of a person with the virus without protective clothing. Coronaviruses are particularly dangerous for people who have weaker immune systems, like young children and older adults. To protect yourself from the virus, try to avoid contact with people who display symptoms similar to those of pneumonia or the common cold, like coughing or a runny nose. Don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water and scrub for at least 20 seconds. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizer when possible. Avoid animals and animal markets. The only current treatment for coronavirus being offered is supportive in nature. If you notice any of these symptoms and conditions, please contact your nearest professional healthcare setup. Help spread this information to everyone.
Smile and learn.
Step 1. Wet your hands and apply soap. Step 2. Rub your palms together. Step 3. Rub the back of your hands with your palms. First the right one, and then the left one. Step 4. Interlock your fingers and rub your hands well. Step 5. Cup your fingers and rub your cupped palm with the opposite hand. Then swap. Step 6. Enclose your left hand with your right thumb and rub well. Then swap. Step 7. Rub the tip of your fingers over your left palm and then swap. This way, we clean away dirt that may have been left under your fingernails. Step 8. Rub around your wrist with the opposite hand. Then swap. Step 9. Rinse soap off your hands. Step 10, the last one. Dry your hands with a clean, dry towel.
Did you like the video? We have so many more. Subscribe by clicking on the seal. And if you want to keep watching more videos, click on the boxes.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.
Silliga, dilliga, billiga, really your friend. Do you know what a rhinovirus is? And no, I'm not talking about a big four-legged animal with a horn on its nose. Rhinovirus is a fancy name for one of the germs that could give you a cold. And germs are those nasty little things that are so small, you can't even see them. But they'll make you sick if they get in your eyes or your nose or your mouth. Sounds pretty scary, huh? But you don't have to be afraid of germs. Not if you're a superstar hand washer. It's easy. All you have to do is know why, when, and how to wash your hands. And then, of course, actually wash them. Let's look at them one by one. Why should you wash your hands? Because it's the best way to not get sick or spread germs. And I don't know anybody who likes being sick. When should you wash your hands? Before you eat, after you use the bathroom, if you've coughed or sneezed, when you clean up after pets, or anytime they look or feel dirty? Makes sense to me. How should you wash your hands? With soap and water, scrub them real good, and dry off with a nice clean towel. And make sure you wash them for about 15 to 20 seconds. You can tell how long that is by singing the Superstar Hand Washer song. Are you ready to play Let's Pretend? Yeah! Say the magic words with me. Silly-ga-dilly-ga-belly-ga-rilly. Now imagine you're a world-famous rock star singing your latest smash hit song, Superstar Hand Washer. 1, 2, 3, hey! Germs, go away. Wash my hands, that's what I say. Do it right, do it now. I know why, when, how, 'cause I'm a superstar hand washer. Superstar hand washer. Now, if you want to be a superstar hand washer, just remember why, when, how. Let's sing that song again. 1, 2, 3, hey! Germs, go away. Wash my hands, that's what I say. Do it right, do it now. I know why, when, how, 'cause I'm a superstar hand washer. Sing it for me one more time. Superstar hand washer. Yeah.
Why should you wash your hands? Because of germs like me. Soon, go away. Get off your hands, that's what I say. When should you wash your hands? I say never. That's because I'm a germ. How should you wash your hands, you ask? Well, germs say don't use soap and water and don't scrub for 15 to 20 seconds and use a really dirty towel to dry your hands. One more time. Yeah! One more, right? I'm a germ.
Anumang business, malaki o munti, ay puno ng gamit na sa...
Maria, do you want to play hide and seek at recess today? Yeah, I love hide and seek. My favorite place to hide is under the... Oops, I almost gave away my hiding spot. Well, I have my own super secret hiding spot where no one will be able to find me. Oh yeah? We'll see about that at recess. I can't wait. I'm glad that you're back today, Maria. We missed you yesterday. Aw, thanks, Peter. Did I miss anything while I was gone? Well, there is a new boy in class. Ooh, I like making new friends. Did you play with him at recess? Well, kind of. He wasn't very nice to anyone. Oh, what do you mean? I was waiting in line for the swings. It was almost my turn, so I was getting really excited. But the new boy cut in front of me and took my swing. It was not his turn, and it made me feel angry because I was next in line. That wasn't very nice. He wasn't playing fair. He needed to wait his turn. I know, right? But he wasn't very nice to anyone else either. A little bit later, Dee tripped and fell really hard on the ground, and the new boy didn't help her. He just laughed at her. And he wouldn't share the basketball when we wanted to play with him. He didn't know how to play fair with other people. That's not how you should act when you're on the playground. Everyone needs to play together and take turns. You're right, Maria. That's why he sat all by himself at snack time. He was so rude to everyone that no one wanted to be his friend. When you're on the playground, you should always wait your turn in line, be nice to everyone, and share with other kids who want to play with you. Everyone on the playground has more fun when you play nice together. Yeah. Do you know when I have the most fun? When we play hide and seek. Yeah. When we play hide and seek today, I'll make sure that I play fair. Me too. put your hands over your ears. Simon says stand on one foot. Now jump. Simon didn't say.
Oh man, you got me. Now it's my turn. Simon says, put your arms out like an airplane. Simon says, touch your friend's nose.
Chris,
What's wrong, Dee?
it's best to keep your hands to yourself, even when we're playing a game.
Keep your hands to yourself? What do you mean?
Let me tell you. Yesterday at recess, Maria and I were pretending to be animals, and it was fun until Maria said that monkeys like to tickle each other. And then she started to tickle me. But I didn't like it. I don't want to be tickled. And then in class, she touched my hairband without asking me. She said she wanted to feel it, but she didn't ask me first. She just did it. And then, when we played in the sandbox after school, she wanted to borrow my shovel. She just took it from me without asking first. She didn't keep her hands to herself all day.
What did you do?
Well, I told Maria that she wasn't keeping her hands to herself. I said that it's not nice to touch other people without asking first. She said she was sorry, and she didn't know that it bothered me. And then she promised to keep her hands to herself from now on. She wanted to make it a pinky promise, but she asked me if it was okay first. And I gladly said yes.
Oh, now I understand what it means to keep your hands to yourself. Thanks, Dee.
You're welcome, Chris.
So, do you want to keep playing Simon Says? I have a good direction from Simon.
Sure.
Simon says, keep your hands to yourself.
That's a good one. Hi, I'm Maria. I just finished making my classroom rules poster. What do you think? Writing down the rules is a great way to make sure I remember them. In fact, I'm trying to memorize them all. Rule number 1. We use our words. We do not hit. Sometimes when I get really excited or angry, it can be hard to find the right words to say how I'm feeling. But that doesn't mean I should ever hit or hurt someone else. Hands are for gentle touches, like giving a friend a high five when they've done something amazing, or waving to say hello to someone you know. So let's make sure we use our words and do not hit. Got it?
When you said you felt so happy, you died. I told myself that you were right for me. I felt so lonely in your company. But that was nothing to make I still remember. But you didn't have to cut me off. Make it like it never happened. You know we want nothing. I don't even need your love. But you treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to stop so long. Have your friends collect your records and the change your number. It's been I don't need that now. Now you're just somebody.
It's a good rule to use everywhere we go, even at home. Okay, I'll see you all later when I help you learn another great rule. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Marcus. Want to learn another important classroom rule? Okay, here it is. When we get in line, we don't push. We line up for lots of reasons in school. When we go to recess, when we get our lunches, and even when we're thirsty. It's always good to wait your turn. When you're in line, that means being patient and not pushing or shoving. I always like to pretend that I'm standing inside an invisible cone. It helps me to remember to keep my hands to myself and not to crowd my friends. When you push people, it's rude, and you can accidentally hurt someone too. So remember, when we get in line, we never push. We stay inside our imaginary cone. Okay, I'll see you again soon when we learn about another great classroom rule together. Hey, I'm Marcus, and I'm here to help you learn another great classroom rule. Today's rule is, when somebody hits, we say, stop, don't touch my body. You should never hit anybody, and nobody should ever hit you. Hands are not for hitting, and you have the right to tell people that. If somebody tries to hit you, say, stop, don't touch my body. It's important to remember that no matter what, it's never okay to hit anybody. So remember, if anybody tries to hit you, don't hit them back. Say, stop, don't touch my body. That's a great rule to remember all the time, not just at school. Okay, well, I'll be back later to help you learn another fun rule. Bye-bye.
Good thing my car has super strong tires. I'm the fastest driver in the whole world.
Can you use your car to bring me some food? My doll is hungry.
Hey, isn't that Dee's doll?
Yes, but she let me borrow her.
Wow, really? That's her favorite doll. You must be an extra special friend if she said you could borrow it. Did you ask her nicely?
No, I didn't have to.
You mean you just took it?
Of course. She lets me borrow her stuff all the time.
Maria, there's a big difference between borrowing and stealing.
I didn't steal it.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click here to make your very own monster.
Did you ask?
Hello, hello. Hello again.
Hello po, ma'am.
Hello,
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon sa ating
Good
resource
afternoon
speaker,
po,
Ma'am
ma'am.
Alma Gamad, sa atin pong mga mag-aaral at mga magulang na narito ngayon sa ating webinar series tungkol sa how to prepare nutritious food to boost your immune system. Okay, so for today, ang atin pong tatalakayin ay tungkol lahat sa kalusugan. Kalusugan kanina tungkol sa kalusugan ng mental health. Ngayon naman, physical health ang ating i-boost. Okay? Then later on, financial ano naman tayo. Okay? So, mga bata, tawagin ko na si Ginang Benitez para sa pag-i-introduce ng ating pong speaker for today. Ma'am Benitez.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me introduce once again our second guest speaker for today's webinar. To bring more awareness about health, let us welcome the Makati Health Department's Chief of Nutrition Section, Ms. Socorro Alma F. Gamad.
So, good afternoon. Sorry ha, medyo may Good backlog. afternoon po, ma'am. Oo. So I'm going to share now my slides. Okay, so I choose the title Foods and Immunity kasi rather than the booster. Kasi ang daming maraming klase ng mahalagang pagkain. Okay? So, my presentation will be on the background, yung immunity niya na sinasabi, yung nutrients, yung foods, at saka ano ba yung mga ibang challenges natin at this time of pandemic. So, ang dami na natin narinig, no, tungkol dun sa pandemic. So, sususugan na lang natin yon in terms of ano yung mga gagawin natin, no? Kasi para lumakas ang ating immunity. Okay. So, gusto ko lang ibigay muna sa inyo anong ibig sabihin ng mga salita nito, no, na gagamitin ko. So, pag sinabing nutrition, syempre yung eating healthy and balanced diet. In technical terms, pwede rin yan food and drink that provides energy and nutrients. Pag immunity naman, ang sabi natin, ito yung resistance to a particular disease, pangbara, no? At pampalakas ng resistensya. And then, pag sinabing booster, supporter or promoter. Okay? So, ano ang pwedeng idagdag sa ating mga kinakain para lumakas lalo ang ating immunity? Okay. Gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo na sa Department of Health, may 3 klase ng mga sakit. Communicable, yung mga nakakahawa. Non-communicable, ito yung mga diabetes, heart disease, kaya yung mga tinatawag na mga adult na na mga sakit. Pero ang malnutrition, under na rin sa non-communicable ngayon. Whether you become maliit, bansot, o mataba, under siya sa non-communicable diseases. Kasi ang effects niya sa bata, pagtanda, yung mga mga nagde-develop ng mga sakit. Okay? Cancer, diabetes, heart disease. Tapos may tinatawag tayong pangatlo, yung dala ng urbanization, injuries, substance abuse, okay, mental illness. Kaya yung sinabi ni Sir kanina, pinaliwanag niya, Christian, under yun sa diseases ng rapid urbanization. Saka yung mga travel medicine. Ibig sabihin, pag pupunta ka sa ibang bansa at dumating ka sa particular area, may mga diseases din na nadadala. So, nagpapalitan sa migration tsaka immigration. Tsaka yung mga effects ng climate change. So, pag titingnan nyo, saan kaya nakalagay ang COVID-19? So, both in communicable diseases at saka diseases of rapid urbanization. Okay? Now, I have difficulty trying to find materials. Ano ba yung mga common illnesses ng mga bata na school children na reported? So, I look at DepEd, tinignan ko rin ang UNICEF, at tinignan ko rin ang PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority. However, hindi pareho, puro malnutrition ang report. At when I look at the general layout ng mga illnesses na reported, ito yung most common. You have chest cold, mga ubot sipon, kasi karamihan itong mga workload sa mga health facilities, no? But meron pa rin iba, ear infection, you have flu, sinus infection, you have skin infections, kasi nga mas lumalaban, outer layer kasi natin ang balat, sore throat, and urinary tract infection, no? Okay. Next. Anong ibig sabihin ng burden of preventable diseases? Ito yung paglala ng mga sakit, pero pwede nating agapan agad. Okay? So sa mga hygiene-related infectious, ito yung diarrhea, acute respiratory infection, ubot-sipon, tsaka yung mga pneumonia. Okay? So these are all common infectious illnesses. We also have yung mga soil-transmitted helminths. So in other words, alam na yan ng marami ng mga bata, ito yung mga deworming na sinasabi, no? Na kailangan nating masugpo at saka yung epekto niya. And then we also have dental infections, yung kanyang mga caries. Kasi nga, 97%, 80 to 97% ang mga caries na nakita nila. But I don't have really the present data. Pero ito, outsource ang nag-aral nito, no, sa Pilipinas. Okay, so one of the highlights ng sugpo ng mga infectious diseases nga, isa doon ay deworming, yung every July na ginagawa, no, National Deworming Month. So, di ba, binibigyan kayo ng mga deworming tablets ng inyong mga nurses. So, ito yung pwede nating gawin, and then twice a year yan, January and then July. So, every 6 months. Okay? In 2020, sinelebrate din yung National Children's Month. So, sabi nga, kasi nga nakatuon dun sa mga bata, so sabi nila, sama-samang itaguyod ang karapatan ng bata sa bawat bata sa panahon ng pandemya. So, ang ating gobyerno ay really tracking, no, na maging maganda ang inyong mga kalusugan kasi kayo yung future citizens ng bansa natin, di ba? Sabi nga ng plano ng Pilipinas sa 2040 ay maunlad na ang Pilipinas. By that time, if you are, say for example, 8 or 9 or 10, sabihin mo ng 10 kasi middle yan 10 plus 20 years from now, 30 kayo, you'll be young citizens ng Pilipinas. Okay? Now, since we're looking forward na maging general community quarantine, but there are still many of the things that we really have to monitor. Like for example, yung mga updates na sinasabi, ano ang pwede nating gawin. Tapos, yung physical activity na makakataas ng ating kalakasan din. Tapos, listen to reliable sources of information. Kasi, ang dami-dami na nating nakikitang mga mga information. And then eat healthy and nutritious food. Yan ang number 1 na talagang dapat nating i-promote. Okay? Sa DepEd, ang sabi nga niya, because of the Oplan Balik Eskwela ng 2021, the point of doing this continuing education is really for the management of emerging infectious diseases such as yung COVID-19. So, para mapangalagaan yung mga bata. Okay. So, we are flooded. Ang dami sa internet. Pag titignan mo, ang dami-dami. Pero, which ang talagang tunay? Para pag nanghimay kayo, hindi niyo sasabihin na, ay, ito ang dapat. Ito ang ire-recommend ko. So, ipapakita ko lang sa inyo kung gaano karami ang tinatawag nilang immunity. So, you have immunity food, you have immunity boosters, no? Pero sa nutrition, wala talagang term na boosters. Kasi yan ang term na ginagamit namin na hindi scientifico, no? Although marami ng pag-aaral, kailang iba-iba naman ang kultura ng tao. Next, immune system boosters, okay? And then, sa immunity, at saka yung may mga selected foods pang sinasabi. However, kailangan tingnan mo kung saan ang basihan ng ginagamit nila. So, meron dyan yung pagpapaliwanag ng iba't ibang pagkain, pero at the end, dapat may scientificong pagbabasihan, no? Kasi hindi mo na alam kung ano ang best foods, no, to boost the immunity. Okay, let's talk about immunity. Kasi nga, ito yung magsasabi sa atin na we really have to take care of our body. Okay? So, this is just a storyline, no? Simple lang ito. Okay, we have things inside our bodies that protect us from being sick. These things are found in our immune system. So, yan yung mga tumatalo, no? I just don't know the character. Hindi ako masyadong marunong sa character, No, siguro kayo, you can identify them. Okay, next. Now, there are several, maraming mga immune factor na ang tawag sa kanila immunoglobulins, yung iba beta cells. No? So, lahat ito ay gumagawa ng trabaho to keep us well, para maging healthy tayo. Kasi pinapangalagaan nila yung ating katawan para hindi tayo magkasakit. Okay? Ang trabaho niya na pag kinuha mo sa iba't ibang larangan is to kill germs such as viruses, fungi, bacteria that get into our bodies and make us sick. Okay? Tapos, pinaprotektahan din niya yung ating blood and other things inside our body. Kasi, di ba, lahat yan umiikot sa katawan. So, kung doon pa lang, hindi na natin na-control ang mga viruses na yan, ikakalat niya sa buong katawan natin. Okay? So, they travel in our blood to get to the germs. Okay? So, sino yung mga sinasamahan niya? Usually, yung mga basa, mga matubig na parte ng ating katawan na nagpuproduce. Saliva, tears, mucus, mouth, nose, lungs, and intestines. Kaya nga, lagi tayong pinapaggamit ng mga mask at saka face shield para hindi tayo makahawa sa ibang tao. Okay? So sometimes, lahat itong mga sinasabi nating immunoglobulins, they help each other gang up on germs. Nagsasama-sama sila. Pero bakit ang ibang mga germs and viruses, napakatatapang talaga, no? Okay, so, maraming klase, mayroon pang tinatawag ng mga T-cells. Pero lahat ito, isa lang ang ginagawa. They go to the places of our body and they protect our cells. Okay? So, yan ang mga examples. Merong mga T-cells, yung iba mga R cells, okay? Tapos hinuhuli niya yung mga bacteria at saka mga viruses. Okay? So yan, parang giyera sa loob ng katawan natin. Pero hindi natin napapansin yan kasi sila lahat ang gumagawa ng mga bagay para maprotektahan ang katawan. So this regulator tells the beta cells and other T cells when the body is better and they can stop making antibodies, no? Para naman maging malakas tayo. Okay? So now the antibodies can go all through the body to protect us. So meron din ibang mga bagay na kung hindi na talaga kaya ng katawan natin, we need medicine to make the infection go away. So this is in terms of injection, a pill, or a liquid. Tapos this medicine is called antibiotic. So it kills the germs pag malala na. No? Kaya nga, we protect ourselves initially, primarily, sa mga bagay pa na bago tayo mag-take ng medicine. Okay? So ito yung mga immune system parts that usually will cause a lot of infection. No? Kaya yan ang pinapangalagaan ng ating mga katawan. Bakit sa bone marrow? Kasi hindi ba nandyan lahat yung mga storage natin ng mga vitamins and minerals. So pagka nagiging stunted ang isang bata at merong mga sitwasyon na hindi na siya makapag-imbak ng mga sustansya, bumababa yung yung panlaban niya sa mga sakit. Kasi nandiyan ang vitamina yan ang taguan ng vitamina natin at saka minerals. Okay. Sa mga pag-aaral, sinasabi nila na yung bang mga bata, lower risk ba siya sa COVID-19? Actually, 8.5 lang naman ang reported cases noong 2020. However, yung pag meron ng sakit talaga yung mga bata, which we will be mentioning mamaya, medyo mas prone siya to infection ng COVID. No? Pag sa mga adults naman, kung may sakit na, diabetes na, mayroon pang cardiovascular, may hypertension pa. So, ito yung mga risk factor din para magkaroon ng severe effect ang kanilang mga katawan. Okay. So, sabi nating immune system, sabi nga natin, part ito ng ating katawan na nagpo-protect sa atin sa mga sakit. So, Pwede sa organs, sa tissue, sa cells that balances organisms or substances. Okay? So look at this figure. Anong nakikita niyo yan? Hindi yan barko, ha? Yan ay isang bridge. Now, towards the right end, di ba, parang bridge. So, you have development, ano niya, yung pundasyon sa gitna ay yung immunization, nutrition, hereditary, ang sex dyan, kung female or male, ha? Tapos adaptation, exercise. So yan lahat ay tumutulong-tulong para itaas yung bridge. So ano naman ang magpapabagsak ng bridge? Yung mga weights na mabibigat. Anong mga weights yan? Stress, infection, tsaka mga sakit. Kanina, na-stress ako. Siguro bumaba ang immunity ko. Ganun katindi yung effect niya. Kaya nga, sabi natin, ang immune system is a bridge of light. Kasi siya yung nagpo-protect ng ating mga katawan. So, under the development and maturation, ibig sabihin, isang part yun. Sa katawan mo yun nanggagaling talaga. Whereas yung iba, this can be acquired after you were born. Pero initially, kapag hindi ka rin naging maganda when you were born, meron ka na ring mga problema, no? Okay, ano mga ito? Halimbawa, pag pinanganak kang maliit, siguro kayo interesado, no? Minsan, malalaki na rin naman kayo. Tingnan niyo yung birth certificate niyo. Tingnan nyo o tanungin nyo sa nanay nyo, nanay, nung maliit ako, anong timbang ko? Kasi kung ikaw ay low birth weight, ibig sabihin, hindi mo fully nakita yung iyong katawan na kompleto na. Ibig sabihin sa tamang timbang, sa tamang pag-ayos ng mga organs mo, at ito ay dadalhin mo all throughout your life. So meron ng mga gaps doon, no? Tapos pag nag-continue pa ito dahil mali ang pagkain, mali din ang pag-aalaga sa katawan, then at the end, ikaw ay nag-aaral na pero medyo mahina ang iyong katawan. And finally, sa mga babae, baka magkaroon sila ng problema at kasi in the future, magiging nanay sila, they will also have low birth weight. So ano yung mga blue? Yung mga blue are the lines where we can intervene. Doon natin bibigyan ng magandang pagkain, pangangalaga, upang makorek natin lahat ng ng mga problema. Sabi nga nila, yun daw malnutrition ay hanggang 5th generation daw, yung mga lola-lola mo ay makaka-apekto rin ng iyong katawan. Okay? So this is also one figure na nagsasabi parang payong si immunity natin, na ang skin natin, mucosal immunity, mga lysosome, okay, medyo mahirap siyang i-mention, no? But in reality, ito yung mga nagpo-protect ng katawan natin against microorganism, parasites, mga cells, mga allergens, mga toxins. Parang payong, no? Na may protection dapat tayo. Okay? Ganyan ang nangyayari sa ating katawan kapag nag-aaway-away na, nai-invade na. Dati, inaalagaan ng ating katawan ng mga iba-ibang immune system, pero kapag maraming-marami na, ay ina-attack na sila. No? Imagine mo, ang liit, no? Micro level yan, maliliit masyado, and yet doon ang attack lahat ng mga virus at saka mga bacteria. Okay? So, ito yung mga, immune system natin na nagsasabing poprotektahan lahat nila ang mga cells natin. Okay? So, paano nangyayari ito? Yung beta cells, ayan, sabi niya, tutulong ako sa pag-a-attack, ang mission ko, ganito, ipapalakasin ko ang iyong katawan, tapos yung iba naman ay nakabantay na, no? Para siyang mga sundalo, nakaabang na kung papasok man ang mikrobyo sa ating katawan. Okay? So, ito yung example ng malnutrition na kapag ikaw ay malnourished, mas papasukan ka ng mikrobyo, ng bacteria, at mas hihina ka. Siyempre, naapektuhan pa yung bones mo. So, at the end, itong mga ito ay mas malalang alagaan kesa sa ordinaryong mga tulad ng isang normal na bata na siya nga ina-attack pa ng mga ng mga bakterya, ng mga kalaban ng katawan, yung pa kayang mahina ang katawan. Kaya hindi kayo dapat sumapit ng mga ganitong mga kondisyon, no? Now, noong 2021, sabi ni UNICEF, may 3 daw na problema ang bansa. Triple burden of malnutrition. Kasi ang alam lang natin, yung maliliit ang katawan, payat, ganon. Hindi na ngayon ganon. Una-una, ang isang burden, ang isang klase ng problema ng malnutrition, undernutrition. Yung pangalawa, micronutrient deficiencies. Pwedeng kulang sa mga sustansya ng iron, pwede rin ng iodine, no? Kaya humihina ang mga hormones nila. And finally, overweight. So makikita nyo, ultimo yung mga overweight na i-invade din at mas malakas pa kesa sa ibang mga normal na bata. So you should also pay attention na maging normal din ang iyong katawan. Okay? Sa Philippine Statistics Authority, ang nakalagay lang doon na mga dapat natin tandaan, yung underweight and stunted. Siguro, as part ng educational system, talagang we have to insist sa Philippine Statistics na ilagay din yung mga karaniwan sakit ng mga bata. Even the National Expanded National Nutrition Survey 2018, hindi niya nilagay yung mga sakit ng mga bata. Okay? Ang poverty rin, ang kahirapan din, ay nagdudulot ng maraming problema sa immune system. Unang-una, you don't have enough food, which we can discuss later, no? Kaya yun ang isang mga problema. Okay? So sabi nga, ang diet and immunity ay kailangan para sa healthy immune system. Ang mga deficiency at saka excesses ng mga overweight can harm the immune system. Imagine mo yan, ha? Both extreme end, mababa at mataas, makaka-apekto. And some foods can stimulate allergic reactions in susceptible people. Kahit na may allergy ka, anong effect nito sa iyong immune system? Okay. So, mahalaga na malaman natin ang function, hindi foods. Function muna, anong mga nutrients that we can rely na pwede natin gamitin as we engage na mas mataas, mas malakas ang ating mga katawan. Okay? Pero, I'd like to insert dito na ang immune system din ay naapektuhan ng sleep at saka rest. So, pag sinabi ng nanay natin, matulog kayo, talagang dapat matulog kayo. Don't play with other things, no? Kasi ang sleeping, nag-i-improve ang ating beta cell function, yung immunity factor natin. At later on, hindi ka ngayon, ang effect ng hindi pagtulog ay makaka-reduce ng mga immunity. No? Bakit? Kasi sabi nga natin, pag non-technical na yung sasabihin, tinatahi ng katawan natin at saka dinadagdagan yung immunity natin kapag tulog tayo. Siyempre, hindi siya gumagamit ng ibang mga bahagi ng katawan natin. So, marunong ang katawan, nire-repair niya lahat. Repair pala ang tawag doon. No? Another thing is aging. Sa mga magulang natin, aging is associated with reduction in all tissues in the body, which disorders, cellular, and other infections. So, ito, lip ang nilagay ko. Diba? Pag tumatanda ang lip, nagiging marupok, walang mga tubig, na makikita mo hindi siya, parang may mga oil, diba? Hindi makintab, because na bumababa rin ang immunity factor ng katawan natin. Okay? So, ang mga allergies din ay importante na makita because it involves overreactivity of the immune system. Pag meron kang allergy, bumababa ang iyong immunity kasi lumalaban na siya doon sa iyong allergy. Hindi pa natin nakikita na na lumalaban siya doon sa katawan natin. Sa allergy pa lang, ubos na ang ating mga
Hindi pa kasi ni Ate Ara, 11 pa yun
Ay, ano kaya ang nangyari? Okay, next. Unhealthy eating habits can affect the ability ng white cells. Di ba yung mga white cells natin, yan ang mga sundalo natin. So, kapag unhealthy, it will produce low immunity, mga antibodies, and maapektuhan ang ating katawan. No? Konti lang ang ating. Kaya pag inubo ka na, ibig sabihin, mababa na yung white cells mo. Okay, sleep, as we have mentioned, nakaka-apekto. Lack of exercise, kasi this can lead to inactivity. Pag meron kang, hindi ka gumagalaw, ang effect nito sa iyo ay bumababa rin ang immune system natin. Nakakabawas daw. And then stress nga na sinasabi natin. Okay. Now, nutrition and immunity. Kasi kanina, diet yun and other factors. Ngayon naman ay nutrition and immunity. So when we say nutrition and immunity, as we have mentioned, yung body natin is like a castle. Your immune system depends against the germs. So sa labas, nakalaban na lahat, handa na ang ating katawan para labanan ng mga pumapasok. No? Maraming pag-aaral na sinasabi na iba't ibang mga nutrients ay may certain effect siya sa immune factor natin. So, kaya nga sabi natin, we go back to, sana may maraming materials. Ako, I would favor na mas maraming binabasa ang bata kaysa tinitingnan sa sa internet. So, tingnan mo yung mga binibigay ng mga teachers nyo. Yun ang basa-basahin mo. Mas maganda nga sana yung libro. Sabi nila, tayo lang sa Pilipinas, ang airport na walang mga babasahin. No? Kung magbasa man ng mga tao, ang magazine, lahat daw naka-cellphone lang. Tingnan mo sa ibang bansa. Habang naghihintay sila ng mga vehicle nila or whatever, sa mga coffee shop nila, nagbabasa sila. No? I think this will retain more of what we learn rather than you just have to make a scanning sa inyong mga cellphone. So, balikan natin uli yung traditional way. Bakit ba ang magulang natin, ang mga lola natin, masyado silang nakaka-recall? Kasi nga, yun ang pinagmulan nila, nagbabasa sila. Okay? So, what's new with the flu? Kaya nga, ito yung mga lalabanan natin. Kasi ngayon ang flu, hindi lang noon, maglalagay lang ng mainit na face towel, may alcohol, okay na. Ngayon, hindi na yon. Ang dami ng problema ng katawan ng isang mag-aaral. Okay? Doon sa Department of Health, DepEd, meron pang summer diseases, illnesses, meron pang rainy days. So, at the end, these are all also infectious. No? Okay. So, yung coronavirus, marami siya ngayong effect sa ating katawan. So, dapat, ang immunity factor natin for nutrition ay lumaban ng lumaban. Ano? Okay, so ayan, keeping children active during coronavirus pandemic is one of the trusts that we have to do. Kasi nga, kung maliit pa, mas naapektuhan na siya, what more kapag siya ay exposed na at maging adult na. Okay, so ang sabi nila, you have sleeping, nutrition, and exercise as part ng kanyang immunity factor. Okay, so maraming mga ganyan, no? Okay, boosting nutrients. Pero, we have to learn the function, hindi lang sa mga sources. So, what nutrients support the immune system? Okay, unahin natin ang protina. Kasi, ang protina ang nagbibigay ng mga immunity factor natin. So, galing din sa protina yan. Both from animal sources and that of plant sources. At kapag ito ay ginagamit natin, mas magandang nakakagawa ng maraming immunity factors ang ating mga katawan. But doesn't mean to say you have to buy mga expensive foods because there are so many sources ng protein. No? All you have to do is to look at the available na mga products ay mga pagkain sa market at saka kilalanin na yung iba. Kasi maraming kinakain lang yung familiar sa kanila. Dapat ang mga bata at your age, marunong na rin makakita ng iba't ibang pagkain. Kasi kaya yun binibigay ng magulang nyo. Sometimes you demand gusto ko lang ho ng chicken. Gusto ko lang ng pritong ganon. No, at your age, dapat masanay na because you will be grown up also. Magiging adults ka rin. And then, sasabihin mo sa nanay mo, kasi ikaw binigyan mo ako ng ganito. So, you help your parents also to choose the most nutritious na pagkain. Okay? Vitamin A. Ang vitamin A kahit naman kailan ay nagbibigay ng immunity factor. Kaya nga, sa public health, ang mga bata, binibigyan na namin ng kapsula. Okay, do you need capsule for vitamin A sa school children? Hindi naman. Because marunong na kayong kumain. You just have to choose mga yellow foods, green foods. The greener the foods, the more vitamin A. Siyempre, iba-iba naman ng vitamin A. You can even have, yellow foods. You can even have violet foods. Part yan ng vitamin A. Kasi, ang vitamin A, iba-iba ang kulay. Kaya lang, ang gusto lang nating makita, yung yellow at saka yung green. Pero there are orange, meron din violet, polyphenols yun. Kaya, yun daw kamote, kapag kinain mo, marami siyang polyphenols na nag-take care ng iyong mga effects ng cardiovascular, no? So, next, B vitamins, no? Kasi itong mga B vitamins, ito yung nag-i-increase ng immunity factor mo. Yan ang difference niya, no? And then, part of this ng yung B vitamins, di ba bawat B vitamins mo, B1, B2, B3, iba-iba yung function niya. Iba-iba rin yung effects niya sa isang tao. So, ang B vitamins ay kailangan makita na mas iba-ibang pagkain because iba-iba rin ang kanyang mga ginagawa sa ating mga katawan. Okay? So, yung iba nga, yung mga deficiencies like mga thiamine, yung mga pellagra, yung pang nanghihina ka, B vitamins yun kasi sa energy siya kasama. Hindi lang energy ay carbohydrates. You can even check B vitamins para makombine mo yung mga energy mo. No? Basta pag hindi yellow, hindi rin green, hindi rin orange, and therefore, yung mga B vitamins na yun, no? Ang mga sources niya. Next, yung mga minerals ay mahalaga sa ating katawan because the minerals are also doing their part in strengthening immunity. Ang example ng mga yan, yung mga iron. Hindi lang yung pampapulan ng dugo. Ito rin yung panlaban mo sa infection, no? Kasi kapag nagiging matamlay ka, ibig sabihin mababa yung iyong hemoglobin na sinasabi. And the hemoglobin are attacked by the viruses. Okay? Another thing is the zinc. Zinc is not very, hindi siya masyadong kilala sa atin. Pero one of the identified minerals na kailangan ngayon ng buong mga bata sa buong mundo ay mga zinc. Kasi yung zinc na sinasabi ay tumututok sa pagpapalakas ng immune system natin. Kasama ito ng mga protina. Hindi lang naman ang proteins ang sinasabi nating tumutulong. Kasi without zinc, medyo may malaki ang effect niya na hindi nagagawa ng protina. Okay, di ba pag may diarrhea, binibigyan siya agad ng automatic zinc, no? Para one is to prevent the effects of diarrhea infection sa katawan ng isang tao. So mahalaga siya. At saka zinc is everywhere. Kaya biological nutrient. Okay? So ang sabi nga natin, there are nutrients that provide immunity boosting, like for example, protein, which plays a part in healing and recovery. No? So, alam niyo na siguro naman yung mga basic niya pinagkukunan, no? Egg is one, and egg is the cheapest source of protein. Kasi sabi nga natin, 1 egg a day is okay. Pero ang cholesterol naman nung ginagamit niyo pa, hindi pa yan yung cholesterol na bawal sa inyong mga pag-iimbak sa ating mga pag dumadaan ng ang mga nerve natin ay lalagyan ng mga cholesterol. Hindi pa yon. Kasi yung cholesterol nyo, pag kinakain nyo at your age, ay pupunta sa brain cells nyo. Ito rin yung nagpo-produce ng mga hormones ninyo. Kaya medyo maganda ang inyong mga skin. So, cholesterol yan part, no? Which also comes from egg. So, saan ba ang cholesterol ng egg? Nandun sa yolk, wala dun sa white. Okay? For vitamin A, syempre definitely immune system siya, protection ng infection, at saka yung pagpasok ng mga bacteria sa iyong mga bibig and all others sa mga butas ng ng iyong skin. Okay? Next, vitamin C. Kasi akala lang nila ang palalakasin lang natin vitamin C. Hindi rin. Kasi ang vitamin C, maganda siya, antioxidant siya, panlaban siya. But however, this vitamin C should be encouraged dahil ito yung tumutulong sa ating mga immunity factor. Di ba nakita niyo yung mga caricature kanina, yung mga cartoons. So, yung vitamin C, tinutulungan niya yun to fight infection. And usually, when you talk about vitamin C, eto na yung mga citrus. Pero, we don't encourage you na if it is a choice ng mga imported na mga vitamin C, kasi nagpa-flood eh. Ang dami sa, di ba, kahit nga sa market natin, dyan sa mga kariton, ang daming oranges, maraming mga mansanas. Pero, I should encourage you na ang kainin nyo talaga yung mga dalandan natin. Walang kumakain ng dalandan, natitira siya. Pero ang lakas nun sa vitamin C. Kung ayaw nyong kainin by segment, yung isa-isang kukunin, edi hatiin nyo sa gitna at gawing juice. Kasi maganda yun, marami siyang fiber, marami siyang vitamina, hindi lang vitamin C, but also mga B vitamins. No? Okay, next. Vitamin E, katulad din ng vitamin C, mga antioxidant yan. Pag antioxidant, panlaban. Tinatanggal nila yung mga yung mga magkukos ng sakit sa ating katawan. Kaya kailangan nito ay isama natin. Kaya yung sinasabi natin, there's no such thing as ito lang ang kakainin. Kasi the nutrients are important in putting together all of this into your meal, no? Okay. So why did I included yung mga nuts? Kasi the nuts are really very high in good fats, yung kanyang pag-eliminate ng mga cardiovascular. Pero you don't have to buy mga imported ones. Although masasarap siya, pero try to siguro eat yung mga current natin. Mani is one. Mga kasoy, although kasoy is really very expensive, Tapos yung mga sunflower seeds, these are very common sa atin. Okay? Kailang mahirap din alisin yan sa mga natin yung babalatan mo, di ba? Pero maganda siyang gamitin. Okay? Next, mga vitamin D natin, kasi yung vitamin D, gumagamit yan ng mga hormones para panlaban ng ating mga kalaban ng yung mga viruses. Okay, omega-3, galing ito sa mga pwedeng isda, pwede ring mga nuts. Okay, these are very good oils ito eh. No? So, yung mga fatty acids natin, importante siya. Paano ay mapangalagaan ang ating mga organs, heart, brain. Okay? So, yung sinasabi rin ng ating mga nanay, pag kumain ka mani, magiging matalino ka. Actually, part of it, may function siya. Pero, it doesn't mean to say na mani ang kakainin mo, tatalino ka. It also based on your initiative to learn, di ba? Mag-aaral ka. Plus, kasi ang mani, part din siya ng food. Kaya pag meron kang balance of food, mas magandang mag-isip. No? Pero hindi totoong sa mani ka, tatalino. Okay? Next. Okay. So, doon na tayo sa foods to boost immune system. Para palakasin ang ating immune system, anong mga pagkain natin? So, ang dami-dami. Mas makulay ang pagkain nyo, mas maganda. Mas masustansya. Yun lang lagi ang tatandaan nyo. If it is just one color, like for example, you have what? Chicken. Gusto nyo ng chicken. So, at the end, isang kulay lang. So, isang sustansya lang yun. Although, sabi mo nga, part of that, may mga sustansya rin iba. Pero, ang sustansyang kailangan nyo para lumakas ang katawan nyo would be multicolor. Napakaganda. Ang dami yung sineselfie, di ba? Sa mga kaibigan nyo. Why don't you go to market pag okay na? Or ask your mother na, pag nandun siya sa market, sige nga nanay, kuhaan mo nga ng picture yung mga vegetable and you will see, ang daming kulay. You can even include that as part of your learning. Like for example, how many colors can you identify doon sa mga napicturean ng nanay nyo in terms of foods? No? One is foods, you have color, you even have how many are vitamin A, how many are B vitamins, or even vitamin C. So, pictures alone can give you a lot of information. So, maganda siyang tingnan. Okay? Next. These are examples lang ng mga immunity system na you can pull them together. Of course, meron siyang mga zinc foods na gusto natin, no? Kaya lang wala naman tayong pumpkin. Pwede rin naman yung ating mga seeds, pakwan, or even yung ating mga sunflower. Okay? So, mga oysters, mga lamb, hindi naman common sa atin yan. So, you can just suggest, no? Ang problema sa internet, they have all imported foods. Wala siyang mga common, no? Sana nga, marami rin maglagay ng mga common foods natin doon. Okay? So, the other thing that would augment, madagdagan ang mga nutrients natin is through the food fortification program. So, marami na tayong mga pagkain na fortified, meaning, pag kinain mo, all along, nandun na rin yung ibang mga sustansya. Sa rice, may iron fortified tayo. Sa salt, may iodine na tayo. So, you can get one food, but it has, meron siyang mga enhanced factor. So, kasi by law, dapat ganun ang enhance natin. But, on the other hand, you should also check yung mga salt content niya. If it is very high in salt because of preservatives, then therefore, hindi siya pwede. Hindi siya pwedeng araw-araw. Although sinasabi nga natin na dapat yung immunity, yung kanyang mga ay fortify, no? Okay, next. Sabi nga, prevention is better than cure. Kung at this pa lang stage ay nape-prevent na, napapalakas nyo na yung katawan nyo. So, hindi na magkakaroon ng problema ang ating mga magulang. Imagine mo, pag nagkasakit ka ngayon, talagang napaka-expensive, no? And besides, hindi yan expensive ang sasabihin nyo. Sa Makati naman po, libre. No? Buti nga tayo, we're blessed na libre lahat yung ating mga hospitalization, meron tayong health center. But the point there is, when you are early on in your lives, okay, sa buhay ninyo, nagkasakit na kayo, di pundasyon nyo rin yan para sa inyong paglaki. Di mahina rin ang iyong pagiging adult. So, how can you be a productive citizen? Paano ka magiging CEO o head ng isang company? Or even just a singer? Kung gusto mo naman ng mga ganong klaseng mga skills or talents. O paano ka magiging BTS? I could just imagine how much energy they put during the concert, no? I'm not into mga young people, pero lagi kong tinitignan kung gaano kalakas yung gaano ang tinatapon nilang energy and gaano ang immunity factor nila. Kasi when you throw away all these nutrients, protein, mga sweats mo, dahil yung mga minerals na aalis doon, ilan pa kaya natitira sa kanila after the, let's say, the concert? Huh? Okay, sa ibang bansa, nagsimula na sila ng face-to-face, pero look at this, mga, nila, nakahiwalay din, protective din, kasi it's not only food, but also other ways of nila, pag-prevent ng diseases. Okay. So this is in Japan, pero tingnan mo kumakain sila. Yan, nakalinya lang. Dati, if you see them, lahat siksikan sila because they go together to eat, pero ngayon iniiwasan na rin nila. No? Okay? So, hand washing is also part. Ang immune system ay lumakas pa rin. No? Okay. So, ito ang mga common foods na pwede nating sabihin na makakapagtaas ng immunity factor natin. Kailangan lang kombinasyon. No? Kaya kanina, tinatanong kayo ng mga teachers nyo, makain ba kayo ng gulay? Okay, it's not only gulay, pero kailangan lagyan din ng iba't ibang klase ng pagkain, no? Meron kang mga protina, meron kang carbohydrates, pero yung mga yung mga vitamins and minerals na you can get it from the fruits and vegetable, kailangan alam ang kombinasyon. And then, since you're very young, as early on, dapat nakaka-identify na kayo ng mga putahe. Pag sinabing ganito, alam nyo na agad. Kasi, ano yan kumbaga, magiging kultura natin yan di ba? Maganda siyang tingnan. And then, the other thing is, it should be culturally acceptable. Ibig sabihin, nandun lang sa atin. Although, ang dami na nating fast food, ang daming deliveries. Pero you encourage your at the very young age, yung mga practices na kailangan yung available lang muna sa iyong bansa. Kasi makakaproduce kayo, makakatulong ka sa gobyerno dahil binibigyan mo ng trabaho ang mga tao. That's the fact na ito ay mayaman, no? They might not be very rich in some areas, pero sa atin ay mataas ang sustansya niya. Kasi atin yan Ibig sabihin, inano mo, pinlant sa atin, nag-grow sa atin, ang mga animals dito, so pag kinain natin, masustansya para sa atin. No? Yun ang tatandaan natin lagi. Tsaka encourage natin na marami nang nagtatanim-tanim dyan, pero don't also have this mindsetting na, ay, di ba, available naman yan sa market kayo rin, you have to develop your skills ng pagtatanim. Kahit isang flower pot lang, baka may maitanim kayong dyan na isang talong na namunga. Di ba ang gandang tignan? O beans, or even just mga ornamental. Marami ngayon nag-encourage ng mga plantitas, no? Pero sana sa isang pot, ang isang bata, meron din siyang, kahit isa lang. Sa isang buwan, meron ka lang isang paso. No? Tingnan mo kung paano siya nag-grow. Marunong din yan pag kinakausap mo, maganda ang mga dahon niya. Kailan, huwag mo kakausapin kapag maraming tao. Baka may tama ka na nun. No? Okay? So, with that, hindi ko na yan, pakikita mo sa inyo in terms of the totality. So, stay safe and thank you very much. Thank you. So, I'm done, back to you, Christine.
Hi, Ma'am. Thank you very much for that informative and impressive presentation. And now, to send you our gratitude and appreciation in sharing your knowledge, Sir Ray, knowledge and expertise to this webinar about giving the boost in terms of nutrition. I am delighted to give you this certificate of recognition, Sir Ray.
Thank you.
Teka lang po, Mama, si Sir, pa-present po ng certificate. Again, thank you very much po for sharing your time and your knowledge and expertise to this webinar. Mga bata, natuto ba kayo kay Ma'am? Marami ba kayong napulot na mga aral? Okay, very good. Ayan, okay, now you know how important ang pagkain ng gulay, tama ba? Okay, Sir Ray, nasa na po ang presentation natin? Ayan, okay, sir?
Opo.
Ayan na po. Okay, ulitin ko po uli Okay. So, the certificate of appreciation is given to Ma'am Socorro Alma F. Gamad. I am very grateful to acknowledge her distinguished and invaluable service rendered as resource speaker on how to prepare nutritious food to boost our immune system at this time of pandemic. Given this 10th day of September 2021 at Bangkal Elementary School 1, signed by me and our dear principal, Miss Charlene Ohamna. Okay, thank you very much po, ma'am. Everyone, mga bata, mga mommies, pakisay nga po ng ating gratitude of thanks sa ating resource speaker. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Salamat din. Salamat po.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much po.
Thank you po, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Marami po kaming natutunan sa inyo, okay?
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, ma'am. Okay, now?
Iba na
Okay.
po
So,
ako
ayan,
ni
mga ano naman, mga after natin ng mag-boost ng ating mental health. And now, let's proceed now to, ito na, physical health naman yung kay Ma'am Socorro. And now, let us now proceed to the, ano naman tayo, financial health naman tayo or financial awareness naman tayo, mga bata. Okay, to introduce to us our guest or resource speaker for today, may I call on Ma'am Dina I. Benitez. Ma'am Benitez.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Helia. Okay pa ba kayo mga bata? Marami na ba tayong natututunan? Okay, for our third speaker, let me introduce to you our third speaker. Our third speaker is a top-notch financial advisor. She is awarded as the top 3 agent in the team for the month of August. She is also a registered psychometrician, an ESL or English as a Second Language tutor, and one of the faculty in the Department of Psychology at Our Lady of Fatima University, Polo Campus. Everyone, help me welcome Miss Jazel Lorenz Marcelo.
Hello po, good afternoon. Hi,
Hello po,
everyone.
good afternoon din po.
Hi, okay. Hi, David. Nice to see you. So, good afternoon.
Okay, welcome po, Ma'am Giselle. Okay po, naka-live po tayo ngayon, mga bata. Kasama niyo ba yung parents niyo? Let's all welcome Ma'am
Yes.
Giselle Lorenz.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So, kids, invite natin yung parents nyo, no? Kasi this is, our presentation for today is more for our parents to help us for our future. So, good afternoon to the parents and to the teachers that are here as well. So, I will be presenting about financial health, as mentioned earlier, and the importance po, no, of having financial literacy. So I will be presenting this with my unit manager, Miss Ana Carmela de Guzman. So I will be um, doing the first half of the presentation, and she will do the second half of it. Okay, so are we all ready? Ayan.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you for the mommies and daddies and teachers here in the class. No? So this is more pointed towards you po. And I'm hoping for participations as well. So I'll be asking questions and feel free to answer po. And if you have questions as well, um, feel free to ask them din po. Okay? So I'll start na po, no? So we are from ProLife UK. We are one of the insurance company here in the Philippines. As of last year, and I think it was last year. Well, this year marks our 25th year of Pro-Life UK here in the Philippines. But Pro-Life UK as an entirety po of its organization and its company dates a very long time ago. They have been around for more than 100 years na po. Pero they've reached the Philippines 25 years ago. So this year marks the 25th year of Pro-Life UK in the Philippines. And we are proud to say po that Pro-Life UK is top one among the insurance companies in the Philippines. So let's talk about po road to financial wellness and why is it important. So for our presentation today po, the things that we will talk about or your takeaways from our session would be, of course, understanding financial wellness, what is financial planning, and how to effectively set financial goals, and of course how to achieve them. We have to be smart in creating our goals na syempre ang goals and dreams natin dapat achievable. Okay, and also to understand and build a strong financial. Naman po natin dito sa Pilipinas, ang mga parents, no, very hardworking to earn money para sa families ng bawat isa, to provide for the needs and for the dreams of our family members. So it's very important that we have financial foundation. Okay, are we excited to learn about this?
Apa!
Okay. So thank you for responding. Okay. So let's proceed. All right. So do you think it's important to save?
Yes.
Apa!
Yes. Okay. So even kids, no? Even kids know. Yes. Okay. So even kids know that it's important to save money para sa future natin, no? So, syempre, dahil ang mga kids alam ang importance niyan, syempre, ang parents din natin, naiintindihan din nila kung gaano ka-importante mag-save. Pero, bakit ba tayo nagsisave ng pera? Sige
Para
nga.
po pag may emergency. Para po may
Very
emergency.
good. Pag may emergency.
Pambili ng pagkain.
Pambili ng pagkain. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So, sa atin, no, kids, ang importance ng saving sa atin is para may makain tayo, para sa emergency. That's very good, no? For our parents naman, we usually save money para sa future nyo. Kapag nag-college kayo, pag nag-senior high kayo, para magkaroon kayo ng magandang bahay, 'di ba? Yung mga ganyan. So, merong saying na we should save money so that money can save you. So, ayun nga, katulad ng sinabi kanina, no? Kapag may emergency, kailangan natin ng pera. Kaya tayo nagsisave kapag nagkasakit, kaya na aksidente. Ayan. So, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga usual na goals ng families natin. Okay? So, ideal lifestyle. Ano ba ang ideal lifestyle natin? Usually, yan yung very comfortable na life, 'di ba? Yung pwede nating bilhin kung anong gusto nating bilhin nang hindi natin masyadong iniisip. Yung magkaroon tayo ng magandang income at wala tayong mga utang. Yun yung mga ideal lifestyle natin. Magkaroon tayo ng sariling bahay, makapanirahan sa magandang environment, sa safe na environment, maging healthy. Yan yung mga ideal lifestyle natin. So, isa pa, Dream home. Okay. So, tanungan natin yung mga parents natin, Mommy, Daddy, may dream home po ba kayo? Gusto niyo po bang ma-achieve yung dream home po ninyo? Ayan. So, especially na sa mga parents natin, gusto nilang mag-provide sa inyo ng magandang tirahan. Yung magiging safe kayo. Yung magiging comfortable kayo. So, yan ang dream usually ng mga parents, no? So, tama po ba, parents? We would like to provide a good home for our families.
Yes po.
Yes.
Opo.
Yes, okay. So, syempre, di naman natin maiiwasan, no, with the income that we have sometimes is kasya lang para magrenta ng bahay. So, syempre lahat tayo pangarap magkaroon ng sarili nating bahay. Okay. Next. So, the nicest car. So, usually yan sa mga boys, sa mga daddies, gusto ng magandang sasakyan. Pero ngayon, with the pandemic, na-realize natin yung importance na meron tayong sariling sasakyan para we can go where we need to go, whether for work or doing the necessities like groceries, paying bills. Kasi syempre, mahirap makipagsalamuha sa mga crowded na lugar ngayon. So, especially commuting, mahirap yung commuting. Madaming taong dumadaan sa mga public utility vehicles natin. So, na-realize natin kung gaano ka important or kung gaano ka comfortable if we have our own cars. Okay? So next, so for our kids, of course, we would like to provide the top-notch education. So syempre, gusto natin na yung mga anak, yung mga bata ay makapasok sa mga top universities in our country or yung iba pa nga gusto na mag-aral abroad yung mga anak nila to ensure top-notch education. Syempre, this is for their future din naman. This is to set them for their working life, for the rest of their lives. So that's why we think or we understand that it's important for the kids to go to top-notch schools to have top-notch education. Okay? So another thing is vacations abroad. Gusto niyo bang magbakasyon sa ibang bansa?
Opo, sa
Yes
Korea.
Yes.
Yes.
Opo, sa Korea po.
Wow, sa Korea. Okay. O yan. So, syempre, pag nagbakasyon tayo sa ibang bansa, it would cost money. Kailangan din natin ng pera. Kailangan isipin kung saan tayo magsistay, kung mag-hotel ba, Airbnb, yung pagkain, tapos bibili din tayo minsan ng souvenirs. Yung flight pa lang papunta sa ibang bansa, iniintindi na natin, kailangan din yun ng pera. So, madami na sa mga older people, sa mga adults na nag-aantay ng piso fare, no, before the pandemic para lang makapag-ibang bansa. Well, ngayon, unfortunately, no, hindi tayo makapag vacation abroad because of the pandemic. We have to take care of ourselves first and take care of the people around us. Pero in the future, if we save enough, if we earn enough, we can have vacations abroad. And syempre, with the people who have families of their own, they would love to go to vacations abroad with their family. Yung hindi yung sila lang mag-isa. So, ayan, even with those who don't have a family of their own, baka may mga teachers tayo na wala pang family. Syempre, sometimes we want to go to vacations on ourselves, by ourselves rather, and minsan gusto naman natin with friends. Pero same thing, we have to think about the finances because, of course, we would love to experience the destinations to its fullest. So, kung nagtitipid-tipid, di ba, mahirap ma-experience lahat sa mga countries na gusto nating puntahan. So, important that we have enough finances for things like this. Okay. So, the next part I will be showing you the three types of expenses that we have. So, ideally, this is how we should segregate our finances. Ganito dapat yung hatian ng income natin. So, sabi, dapat daw 50% for survival needs. So, yan yung food, yung rent, bayad sa bahay, utilities, kuryente, tubig. Ngayon, kasama na sa utilities natin ang internet, and allowances, ayan, yan yung for survival. For lifestyle, 10% daw dapat ng kinikita natin. So, ano ba yung lifestyle expenses natin? Ito yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa atin, yung mga binibili natin para maging masaya. Ayan, nagdaan ang Shopee 99, Lazada 99, yung mga binili po natin doon. So, most of it is for our lifestyle. Mga damit, mga appliances or gadgets, mga ganyan to ensure our lives to be easier, more comfortable, and more enjoyable. Ayan. And then others sa 10%, so it could be businesses if we have our own business. So papaikutin natin yung capital natin. Pero ngayon, 'di ba, pag nag-announce ng ECQ, kailangan isara lahat ng businesses. So pero nagbabayad ka pa rin ng renta, no? Kung hindi ganun ka bait or ganun ka lenient ang landlord. If we have parang a sense of responsibility sa mga employees natin, sa mga nagbabantay sa mga stores natin, bibigyan pa rin natin sila kahit papano kasi kung tayo nawalan, what more sila, 'di ba? Ayan. So, 30% daw po ideally is to save and to invest. So, let's talk about saving and investing. Ano po ba yung difference doon para alam po natin? Kapag po sinabing saving, tinatabi lang po natin yung pera. So, for example, nilalagay natin sa bangko. For the kids, nilalagay sa alkansya. Ayan, nag-iipon ba kayo sa alkansya, kids?
Apa.
Apa. Wow, very good. Okay, so yun yung
Opo.
saving. Tinatabi lang natin. Literal na tinatabi lang natin. When we say investing, yung pera na isinasantabi natin, hinahayaan nating lumago or kumita on its own. Okay. So, ito po yung ideal na percentage. Pero alam naman po natin, lalo sa panahon ngayon, hindi natin nasusunod ito. Most of our expenses would be in our survival needs. So, yan nga po yung food, yung renta, bayad sa bahay, utilities. Very important ngayon na, especially for the teachers, no? Very important for us to have stable internet connection. So having stable internet connection would mean we have to pay more. Okay? So dahil po dyan, there is a continuous struggle between needs and wants. So to clarify po, needs po yung mga kailangan natin. Usually nga po, yan po yung survival expenses natin. And wants po, yung the rest ng mga ginagastos natin. Yung hindi naman kailangan, pero doon na pupunta yung pera natin. So, medyo mahirap po yan, no? Kasi minsan, meron tayong mindset na, ay, in 5 days, may sweldo na ako ulit. Sige, tara, gastos tayo, gastos. Bili tayong bagong damit, bili tayong bagong sapatos, ganyan. So, nagkakaroon po ng imbalance sa needs and wants natin in terms of finances po. Okay. So, since we are talking about financial literacy po, and like mentioned po, no, financial health, kumbaga, let's talk about wealth protection. Ano po ba ang wealth protection? Ang wealth protection po is ang foundation or ang pundasyon nyo. Kumbaga sa bahay, pundasyon siya. So the stronger your wealth protection is, the more of course sturdy your house is. So sabihin na natin na yung bahay is our finances. Yun yung kinikita natin. Yun yung income natin, yung savings or investment natin. And then the foundation po would be the protection of that house. So let's talk more about that. Since we have foundations and protections, syempre meron tayong mga risks, yung mga kailangang maprotektahan tayo. Okay? So ito po yung ilan sa mga risk na kailangan maprotektahan natin yung sarili natin. So, ayun, medyo for ano po to, no, for the adults. So, one is risk of getting sick or injured. So, sa panahon ngayon, mas iniisip na natin paano kung magkasakit tayo. Lalo with the pandemic, ang dami nating before iniisip na mga sakit-sakit. Pero ngayon, ang number one na wino-worry natin is COVID-19 and its variants. Ang dami na niyang variants. So, paano natin mapoprotektahan yung sarili natin from sickness and injuries, disabilities, accident? So, possible pong mapagkuhaan natin ng protection is health coverage. So, may mga companies po na nagbibigay ng cash benefits as income replacement, and most of our companies would provide HMO, lalo kung regular employees na tayo, or health insurance plans. Ngayon po, share ko lang po, no, because I've read from Inquirer. It was also shared within us. Apparently, one of the main organization that helps us with the finances kapag nagkasakit tayo, which is PhilHealth, apparently there is a chance na magsara na siya in the next few years. So, paano po yun? Siyempre, kailangan natin ng backup. Okay? Another risk po is the risk of living too long. So, paano po kung meron tayong lahi na mahaba ang buhay, di ba? May mga lahi po dyan na, kumbaga, ay umaabot ng 90 years old, di ba? 100 years old, 80 years old. So, paano po yun? So, syempre, as long as we live, we have expenses. So what we can do, some of the things that we can do is cash benefits from long-term savings or investments. So yung mga investment po na nag-o-offer ng passive income, yun nga po katulad ng minention ko kanina, nag-grow po siya on its own, lumalago po siya on its own. And yung iba naman po, they use these for long-term goals like retirement. So yung mga young adults po natin ngayon, nag-iisip na rin po for their retirement, na mag-ipon na din for their retirement. And of course, for education. So for example po, no, my sister po had their first child when she was reaching her 40s. So, ang worry niya po sa akin, paano pag nag-college na siya, yung anak nila, paano pag nag-senior high, paano sila magpo-provide para doon sa anak nila. So, kailangan din po nila ng backup funds. Ayan. And then the opposite po, risk of dying too soon. So this is for the breadwinners of the families, no? Syempre, as breadwinners, we are the ones na parang main source of income in the family. Hindi parang, we are actually the main source of income in our family. So what if, knock on wood, wag naman sana, something happened, it could be an accident, it could be due to illness, we can never know what will happen to our family. Hindi naman natin sila pwedeng iwan ng nganga na lang, di ba? Because we are the breadwinners, we have the sense of responsibility of providing for our family. So, one of the things that we can do is life insurance coverage. So, a life insurance coverage is an income protection and it has coverage based on critical years. So, ang life insurance po, habang tumatanda po tayo, mas nagmamahal siya. Okay? So, how life insurance work is, yun nga po, if something happened to us, to the insured, may matatanggap po ang ating family. Meron po silang makiklaim so that they can recover financially and create ways para makapag-proceed sila with their lives. So this is the hard truth po, no? There are things that we cannot see, we cannot expect that will happen to us. So we have to be prepared so that we can have the peace of mind din po. Hindi tayo masyadong nasistress, no? Sobrang stressful na ng buhay natin, yung mga bagay na pwedeng mawala na sa stress natin. We tend to grab onto it. And that's a good thing for the most part. Okay? Ayan. So next, since we are talking about the risk, we talked about the risks. What can we do para yung mga risk na yon ay ma solusyonan natin or makapag-prepare tayo sa mga risk na yon. So one thing is wealth accumulation. So when we say accumulation, yung yung nag-grow nga siya. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng accumulation. So, wealth protection is the foundation of a strong financial house, like mentioned earlier. And having wealth protection is a step towards financial risk management. So, with the financial risk management, syempre, the more finances we have, the more we can prepare for these risks. Okay, so let's talk about those. Investment planning. So investment is a commitment of funds made in expectation of a positive rate of return. So we invest with an expectation na mag-grow yung pera natin. And for the most part, it does. It grows significantly more than the interests usually na binibigay annually ng bangko. So very good way of accumulation or wealth accumulation ang investment. But which are investments? For the parents and teachers, may I ask, what do you think are ways for us to invest? Is it buying a house, a real estate, earning a car, saving in a bank? Okay, bank po. Ano pa po?
Insurance po.
Insurance, yes, very good po. That's a good way to invest, no? All right. So there are many ways of investing. Investing in small businesses, yes, that's good too. Um, it would provide us extra income, extra source of income. Ayan, thank you po sa mga sumagot na. All right. So let's look at the different kinds of investments. So some of the examples or some of your investment options. So like mentioned earlier, we have bank time deposits. So usually no ang go-to po natin as adults when we want accumulation of our savings, tina-time deposit po natin. So the good thing about time deposit is it's withdrawable anytime. It has guaranteed returns pero maliit lang ang interest. So mostly sa time deposit, around 3% lang siya. And it's readily available for emergencies kasi nga madali siyang i-withdraw. Another is mutual funds. So these are medium to long-term investments. Fund mixture are managed by investment fund experts, so by professionals. It has non-guaranteed returns, but there's a possibility of high returns. It is not advisable to address emergencies in short term kasi medyo mahirap mag-withdraw for mutual funds compared to time deposit. Another investment is real estate. So real estate is a long-term investment. Generally, it increases in value, but it is not easy to sell in case of emergency. Okay. Next one, own business. Ayan, may sumagot niyan kanina. So, the risk of having your own business is the possibility of bankruptcy. Pero, the opposite side naman of that is having high returns kung nag-succeed naman ang business. Again, it's not reliable in case of emergencies. Kasi what if fix lang yung nakukuha ng business mo on a daily basis? Hindi rin madaling magbenta ng business katulad ng real estate. Okay, so another one is stocks. It has a possibility of no returns to very high returns over a period of time. It requires courage from investor and not advisable for emergencies as well. So, with stocks kasi it fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down, it depends. That's why it's better to have knowledge with stocks. And lastly, variable unit linked or VUL products. So this is insurance, katulad din po ng sinagot kanina. So it has the qualities of mutual funds and other investment tools, and it is readily available for huge amount of funds to address emergency. So it seems to have all the positive traits of the other investment options. Okay. So, let's go back to time deposit. So, like I mentioned po earlier, time deposit po usually is our go-to, especially for the older generation. Ito yung alam nilang way to accumulate wealth, to have it in time deposit. So, usually dito po sa Pilipinas, no, ang usual rate nga po ng time deposit is nasa around 3%. Kapag regular savings account lang, nasa between 1%, 1.5% annually. So, usually pag time deposit, it's doubled. Pero of course, we have this thing called inflation. Yung 3% po ba na accumulation nun annually, tingin nyo po it would be enough putting into consideration po ang inflation. For example, magsasave tayo ng 100,000 sa time deposit. Ang accumulation po niya for 3% annually is 3,000. So, would that help with the inflation? Makakatulong ba talaga sa atin yung time deposit? Or parang same value lang din siya all throughout the years because of the inflation niya? So, that's one of the downside of time deposit. Although it's safe, it's the safest thing to do, pero it seems not worth it. Kasi nga, sa baba ng interest rate niya, parang wala lang din kinita yung pera. Okay? Next one, so real estate. Real estate is the best investment around there. Kasi po, sa real estate, mabilis pong mag-appreciate or tumaas ang value ng bahay at lupa. Okay, for example po, na-share ko po sa inyo, my sister has their own small brokerage company. So, mga brokers po sila, tinutulungan po nila ang clients nila makahanap ng bahay at lupa na pasok sa budget nila. So, one of their clients po, 2 years ago, binentahan po nila ng duplex dito po sa Marilao. Taga Marilao po ako. Dito po siya sa Marilao, no? So, yung duplex po, it cost 2.4 million. Ngayon po, 2 years after, meron po silang bagong client na nagtatanong. Same subdivision, same kind ng bahay, duplex pa din, same location, pero ngayon po, nasa 4 million na siya. So, in 2 years, halos nagdoble yung value ng bahay. Okay, pero what's the downside of it? Like mentioned earlier, mahirap po siyang i-liquidate. Mahirap po siya ibalik into cash kapag kailangan na natin in terms of emergency. So, yun naman po yung downside ng investment with real estate. Okay. So, another thing that we can do is to be a part owner of these firms or these big companies. We have SM, Meralco, Ayala Land, Jollibee, Globe, San Miguel, Petron. Ayan. For the parents and teachers, gusto nyo po bang maging part owners ng mga big companies na ito?
Opo.
Opo, di ba? Stock owners. Ayan, yes, syempre it would be a good thing. At may taga San Jose del Monte po pala. Hello po. Magkalapit lang tayo, mama. Ayan. So, ayun po, no? We can be stock owners of these firms, part owners of these firms. So, what's the downside? The downside of this is, kapag po kasi sa stocks, kailangan knowledgeable tayo with investing. Kasi you have to buy and sell din with stocks. Parang kapag bumaba yung shares niya, doon ka bibili. Pag tumaas, isi-sell mo na siya, ganyan. So, kailangan maintindihan din natin siya. And there are 2 ways to earn in stock market. So one po, trading, yun nga po yung sinabi ko sa inyo, no? We buy and sell our stocks. And another po is dividend. So, ang dividend naman po, pag nag-invest ka dun sa company na yon, bibigyan ka nila ng percentage kapag kumita sila. What is the downside of this? The downside is, kailangan mo pa siyang aralin. Kasi hindi pwedeng hindi malulugi ka kapag hindi mo inaral ang stock market. And another is, paano kung nalugi? Worst case scenario, nagsara. So, ikaw din yung ininvest mo, malulugi din. Okay? So, the last investment po na pag-uusapan natin or way to invest is the life insurance. So, it's called a VUL product. Ang VUL product po, compared to sa insurance lang talaga, meron po siyang kasamang investment. So, 2-in-1 po siya, insurance and investment. You get to be protected in mutual fund. If you will be na tayo ang professionals na and manager is investments. They are in Singapore po. So sila nang bahala kung kailan sila magba-buy and sell para continuous na mag-gain yung investment natin. So, hindi na natin kailangan intindihin, hindi na natin kailangan aralin ang stocks. Meron na tayong mga professionals na gumagawa nun para sa atin. Okay. So, with that po, our investment link life insurance products or the VUL products have critical illness benefits that protect you and your investment. So going back po dun sa analogy natin kanina, no, meron po tayong foundation, meron po tayong bahay. Ang risks po natin ay parang natural disasters. Yung mga bagyo, mga earthquake, mga bagay na hindi naman natin maiiwasan entirely. So the best thing we can do is to prepare for it. So if our foundation is as strong, for example, as a VUL product, kung anong natural disaster man yan, whether accident, critical illness, hospitalization, disability, and others, we will be protected. So, yung investment natin, yung savings natin, hindi siya mababawasan kasi meron tayong separate na coverage for these kinds of risks or these kinds of problems. Yan nga po yung accident, critical illness, pag na-hospital, kapag naging disabled, meron tayong separate na coverage dun. Hindi magagalaw ang investment natin kapag wag naman sana kapag nangyari tong mga to sa atin. Okay, so yan po yung end ng first part of this presentation. For the second part of the presentation, I will be calling po Miss Ana Carmela de Guzman, which is my unit manager for ProLife UK. Okay po. Thank you po for listening. I hope you learned from me po. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Jazel.
Thank you po.
Okay, so gising pa ba tayo, mga dear parents? Nandyan pa ba sa tabi niyo si mama?
Thank you po.
Opo.
Natin pa po ngayon last ano? Yan. Ang mga ating loving parents, no? So, I'll be the one to continue the financial planning slides natin for this afternoon. So, ano nga po ba yung insurance policy? Para saan po ba yung insurance policy? So, kanina, na-mention na ni Miss Jazel, yung mga, ano ba yung mga benefits nito para sa atin? And ano ba yung mga vehicles na pwede nating pag-investan? So, this time naman, medyo mas detailed pa yung explanation about the life insurance. Parang what's in it for me ba pag nag-avail ako niyan? Ano bang magiging tulong nito sa akin in the future just in case na may mangyari sa akin. So on the next slide, makikita natin ano ba yung 4 needs na meron ang mga tao ngayon. So sabi dito, merong 4 needs ang mga tao. Una, protection. Pangalawa, children's education. Pangatlo, medium to long-term savings. And pang-apat, ang retirement. So, basically, yung mga kumukuha ng insurance with investment, nagpo-fall dito yung mga needs nila. So, meron po kaming mga policies na for protection lang talaga, na more on gusto nila, meron silang critical illness benefit para pag nagkasakit sila, meron silang makiklaim. And then, meron din namang mga hospitalization benefits, may mga medical reimbursements. So, pagdating naman sa children's education, alam naman natin na every year, nag-i-increase annually yung tuition fees. So, what more pa kaya pagdating ng college ng mga bagets, di ba? So, magkano na siguro ang tuition fee noon kung pag-aaralin natin sila sa mga schools na sarili nating choice. Then, third, medium to long-term savings. So, meron din po kami plan for this purpose. So, dito kasi, yung investment portion natin, nilalagay po siya sa stock market. So, dito, mas meron siyang chance na mas mag-earn ng malaki kesa yung naka-safe keep sa atin, sa wallet lang, nakatabi, ganyan, sa alkansya or sa bank. Alam naman natin na bumababa yung interest rate sa bank, parang ang nangyayari, safekeeping na lang sila, di ba? And then, retirement, syempre, gusto naman natin na pagtanda natin, comfortable yung ating pamumuhay. Gusto natin prepared tayo kahit paano para yung mga needs natin, kaya pa din natin siyang masustain. Kasi di ba kapag dating ng mga 65 years old, yung iba nagre-retire na. So alam naman natin na tumigil man yung ating income regularly, pero yung expenses natin tuloy-tuloy siya. So ano yung gagamitin natin na pambayad? Minsan hindi pa enough yung na-save natin for how many years, di ba? Lalo na kung nagkaroon ng illnesses or na ospital, minsan sa mga maintenance na gamot. So, better na habang maaga, mag-prepare na tayo for our retirement. So, on the next slide, makikita nyo yung difference. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba kapag nag-save ako sa bank at nag-save ako sa PruLife UK? So, let's say, eto, average lang po ito. Sa PruLife UK, ang pinakamababa niya na policy ay nasa 1,500 talaga monthly. So, eto, just to discuss lang what's the difference sa pagsisave sa bank at sa PruLife UK. So, let's say, meron po kayong 5,000 na naitatabi from your income monthly. So, sa 5,000 na yun, in 1 year, meron kang 60,000 na ipon. And then, plus interest doon sa bank. Ngayon, alam naman natin na ang interest nagre-range na lang ng 0.0125% or 0.00625%. So, most likely, mga nasa 3 pesos na lang yun, di ba? So, isipin mo, 60,000 mo, yun lang yung kinita. Di ba parang unfair naman nun, di ba? So, paano kapag na-diagnose ng critical illness si parents? Automatically, yung naipon niya na 60,000 per year na yun, syempre, withdrawin natin, di ba? Yun yung ating gagastusin sa pagkakasakit. Eh, what if nag-avail kayo ng policy with PruLife UK? So, with PruLife UK, yung 60,000 in a year or 5,000 in a month, once na na-diagnose ng critical illness, meron siyang ma-claim na 3 million na critical illness benefit. So, ang laking tulong nito sa parents, just in case na ma-diagnose sila ng critical illness. So, alam naman natin, lalo na ngayon, diba, hindi guarantee na kapag bata ka or healthy ka, exempted ka na sa pagkakasakit. Diba, ang COVID, walang pinipili yan. So, eye-opener sa atin to na kahit anong pag-iingat mo, kapag tinamaan ka talaga ng sakit, talagang ubos lahat ng savings na pinag-ipunan mo for how many years. So, for education naman, eto, projected only na on the year 16, sa 60,000 na pag-iipon mo ng 15 years, meron kang 1.2 million. Di ba? Hindi mo namamalayan yung iniipon mong yun. Nag-grow na siya into 1.2 million for child's education. Ang laking tulong nito sa education ng ating mga anak dahil maganda din na habang ngayon nagpe-prepare na tayo kasi every year talaga tumataas siya eh. So hindi natin alam magkano na ang cost niyan pagdating nila ng college. So for retirement naman, merong 4.8 million kapag nag-save ka ng 5,000 monthly. So malaki na yun, di ba? Kaya na natin mag-travel nun kung saan natin gusto. Pagdating natin ng 65 years old, papasyal-pasyal na lang tayo, di ba? Alam ko naman, lahat tayo gusto ganun yung buhay. So what if naman na namatay or pumanaw yung parent nang hindi inaasahan? So immediately, yung mga beneficiaries niya makaka-claim ng 3 million. So provided na walang foul play naman or negligence on the part of the client, makiklaim na to ng mga beneficiaries niya. So sa next slide, makikita po natin yung sample na na proposal. So eto, meron lang akong mga power questions na iiwan sa mga parents natin. So una, what if na-diagnose tayo ng critical illness at hiningan tayo ng hospital na 2 million outright? Kaya po ba nating i-provide yun at the moment? Pangalawa, what if bigla tayong mawala sa picture? What if bigla tayong mawala ng hindi inaasahan? Mag-guarantee po ba natin yung magandang buhay ng may iwanan natin or yung family natin? Diba? So yun yung mga yun yung mga questions na nasa mind ngayon ng mga tao. Kaya napakadami din nag-a-avail ng insurance sa panahong to dahil gusto nila merong maiiwan lalo na sa mga anak nila, masisiguro nila na makakapag-aral, maitutuloy yung komportableng buhay para sa pamilya nila. So eto, sample benefits lang po ito for a 28-year-old male. So syempre, generally healthy. Kailangan kapag kukuha po tayo ng insurance, wala po talaga tayong any health condition kasi napaka-importante na habang healthy pa lang, kumuha na tayo ng insurance natin. Kasi once na meron na tayong mga sakit-sakit, lalo na kung merong major na pagkakasakit na nangyari sa atin, uninsurable na tayo eh. So, maganda na habang bata, habang healthy, at kaya naman ng ating budget, mag-avail na tayo. So, eto, sa sample proposal na to, makikita nyo, ano ba yung mga benefits na pwedeng ma-claim kung sakaling may mangyari sa akin. So, alam naman natin na yung accident, yung critical illness, and yung death, anytime pwedeng mangyari sa atin yan, di ba? Minsan, in denial lang tayo na mangyayari siya sa atin anytime. Diba? Parang ayaw lang natin isipin yun. Pero alam natin na lalo na sa panahon ngayon to, pwedeng mangyari sa atin yun or pwedeng dumating tayo sa point na yun. So dito, sa mga benefits na to, sa sum assured, ito yung tinatawag na death benefit. So mostly ng mga tao ang alam nila kapag life insurance ay death benefit lang meron yan, which is wrong. Napakaraming living benefits po ang meron ang life insurance. So ang pinakakilala lang na benefit about it is yung death benefit. So dito sa sample proposal, sa 28-year-old na male, nagsisave siya ng 3,000 per month. So once na namatay siya nang hindi inaasahan, so as I've mentioned kanina, provided na walang foul play or negligence, claimable ng beneficiaries niya tong 1.5 million kahit 1 month pa lang yung policy niya. O di ba ang laking na ito, ang laking tulong nito sa pamilya kung sakaling may mangyari po sa mga parents. And then ang next naman po yung accelerated total and permanent disability amounting to 1 million. So itong benefit na to, kapag kinlaim po siya, binabawas po siya sa death benefit. So for example, kinlaim tong accelerated total and permanent disability, ang magiging sum assured na lang po natin ay 500,000. So paano ba masasabi na ang isang tao ay total and permanently disabled siya? So kapag 3 out of 6 na normal na ginagawa ng isang tao ay hindi niya na po kayang gawin mag-isa. For example, maligo, magbihis, kumain. So kung kailangan niya ng assistance, nung tatlong na-mention kong yun, in 6 months, masasabi siya na total and permanent disabled siya. So yung accidental death and disablement naman po, kung kanina na-disable siya due to body injury or disease, so magbigay na lang pala tayo ng example kanina para hindi kayo malito. Yung accelerated total and permanent disability, ang pinakamagandang example dito is for example na stroke, yung magulang. Di ba kapag na-stroke, possible na yung ibang body parts natin hindi na siya mag-function properly. Or minsan, di ba, may mga nasa-stroke na half-paralyzed yung body nila. So, yun yung best example lang, accelerated total and permanent disability. Pwede din na, for example, yung diabetes. Di ba kapag diabetes, na-amputate yung body parts. So, kapag na-amputate yung body parts, possible na na-disable yung isang tao. So, merong makiklaim na 1 million. So, ito naman accidental death and disablement. Ito naman yung na-disabled due to accident naman. Kung kanina, pagkakasakit, ito due to accident. So, meron pong makiklaim na 60,000. Ito naman pong accelerated life care benefit na 1 million. Ito yung critical illness benefit na tinatawag. So, once na ma-diagnose po tayo nito, meron po tayong readily fund na makukuha. Diba? Lalo na po ngayon, napakamahal ng pagkakasakit. So, at least, meron tayong makukuha sa policy natin. At etong 1 million naman na to, hindi to binabawas sa investment eh. So, ang laking tulong nito, di ba? Para mapunan yung mga hospital expenses natin. So, dito din, meron ding mga hospital income benefits na inattach, like yung daily hospital income. So, meron pong 1,000 per day na benefit dito. So, for example, na confine sa isang private hospital, provided po na private hospital, for 10 days, let's say. So, meron po siyang mara-reimburse na 10,000. Eh, what if na-confine na naman siya the following month for another 10 days? Meron pa rin po siyang makiklaim or mara-reimburse na 10,000 kasi ang maximum benefit po per year ay 365,000. So, ang maganda po dito sa hospitalization and personal accident benefits, nare-replenish po siya every policy year. So, meaning, kapag nag-policy anniversary ka po or kunyari 1 year na yung plan mo, kung sakaling may mangyari sa'yo ulit, makaka-claim ka pa din ng mga benefits na yun. So, next naman po yung surgical expense reimbursement. So, merong 15,000 na pwedeng ma-reimburse kung sakaling may surgery na ginawa po sa atin. And then, yung intensive care unit benefit naman, ito naman po yung kapag na-confine sa ICU. So, meron pong 2,000 na allowance per day, 2,000 per day, or 730,000 per year. O, di ba, ang laking tulong po nito sa paggastos po natin or sa mga hospital expenses po natin, di ba? And then, aside from the hospitalization, meron din pong mga personal accident benefits, like yung accidental death and disablement, meron pong total and permanent disability, then meron din pong murder and assault kung sakaling may magtangka sa buhay natin, provided na may police report naman, and lalo na kung may CCTV na naka-back up, makaka-claim po tayo ng 250,000. And yung double indemnity benefit naman po, which is amounting to 500,000, ito naman po yung any form of accident na ticketed. For example, sa plane, sa train, sa barko, or sa bus, basta po may ticket, once na may nangyaring accident, provided na violent yung accident, kasi may mga nagtatanong kung paano kung nauntog lang ako or whatsoever, naipit lang sa accident. Siyempre, hindi naman po siya considered as di ba, as medyo kumbaga grabe yung yung nangyari sa kanya, no. So yung mga ganung instances wala naman po kapag mga minor lang. And then, meron din pong accidental medical expense reimbursement na 50,000. So, kung meron tayong mga nagastos during accident, makaka-claim po tayo nito. So, itong renewal bonus naman, additional benefit po siya kapag good payer tayo for 10 years, hindi po nag-lapse yung policy natin, tuloy-tuloy po yung pagbabayad natin, makakakuha po tayo ng ganitong additional benefit. So, ito po, etong sample po na ito, 3,000 monthly siya. So, nagbabari nga po yung plan according to our age. So, possible naman na nasa minimum amount lang na 1,500 per month. And then, we will make a proposal according to your age po. So, doon natin malalaman ano ba yung mga pwedeng i-attach na benefits. So, aside from the protection benefits that you may get, naiipon po itong binabayaran natin monthly. So, iipon din po siya sa stock market, pwedeng sa mutual funds. Depende po kung anong type ng risk appetite ng isang kliyente. Kung aggressive ba siya mag-invest, kung moderate type of investor ba siya, or conservative. So, sa next slide po, makikita po natin na paano ko malalaman kung magkano na yung inipon ko after 5 years or after 10 years or after 20 years. So kung makikita nyo po dito, yung 3,000 monthly na binabayad ni male client, 28-year-old, pagdating po niya ng 20 years or 48 years old, meron po siyang 1.1 million na makukuha. And then, pagdating po niya ng 60 years old, meron po siyang naipon na 3.6 million. And then, pagdating naman po niya ng 65 years old, meron siyang 5.6 million. So, can you imagine that na sa paghuhulog po natin na 3,000 monthly, nakaipon na pala tayo ng ganito kalaki? Aside from the reimbursements na pwede nating makuha and mga protection benefits. So, eto, question. Ano po sa tingin yung better mag-save ngayon? After we discuss the difference of saving sa bank at sa ProLife UK, saan po nyo tingin mas magandang mag-save? Sa bank po ba or sa ProLife UK?
Sa ProLife, ma'am.
O, sa ProLife po, 'di ba? Kasi ang ganda ng mga benefits, 'di ba? Hindi na natin kailangan i-withdraw yung investment na meron tayo, makaka-claim na tayo ng mga ganung reimbursement. So, ito lang po yung sample. So, once naman na interested po kayo, we can design a proposal